So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10.
Let's go. Quick, red, 38, set.
Now here's Cam Scatterby on the ground. He swarms in the middle. This gets maybe a yard. That was Tyree Wilson in on the tackle.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8.
Come on, blue striker. Yep, smash, red. Ready?
Shotgun now for Love. Taking a deep shot here. That's complete inside the 35. That's a Green Bay touchdown. The Packers take a 6-0 lead right away. Christian Watson with the touchdown. Watts there to tack on the extra point. And the Packers will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Narvison has it all set up for the kickoff. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out on the back of the end zone for a touchback. A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10. The first carry here for Ashton Genty. They'll cobble together a yard there. Brought down by Quay Walker.
That's the kind of yardage that's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now 2nd down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
From the gun, it's Murray. That's complete to the back, Ashton Genty. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. I'm not going to call this a must-score drive here in this first quarter, Brock, but when your opponents start the game with 6, it feels like you need some sort of answer.
You need a response, right? You need a response. You don't need all these home runs or big highlights. You just need to keep matriculating that ball down the field.
Into the hands of Dell. And he's going to be hauled out on a gain across midfield, down inside the 45-yard line. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down. Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44.
At the 44-yard line.
1st and 10. Murray. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. First time this game they've looked to him. And now it's 2nd down.
2nd and 10.
Again, it's Murray to throw. Finds Genty underneath. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
Murray to throw here on 3rd. He's got it, complete to Pickens. And the stop is made, but not until he reaches that 17-yard line. They strike for 23 yards. And the Raiders are going to have a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
From the red zone now. Almost had 6, but can't find him in the end zone. Incomplete.
That's going to be a play tomorrow. When they watch it on tape, they're going to be kicking themselves a bit. Okay, you get man-to-man coverage down in the red zone, you got to take advantage of it. It's hard. Zone coverage and the windows are so tight. You get man, got to find a way to win.
And it's another 1st down on this drive. Man, this time they're into 1st and goal.
Danger, Kate. Danger, I say. You get this guy in the open field, and he is dangerous to take it to the house.
They've set themselves up well for an opening drive touchdown here, Brock. It's 1st and goal. And he runs it across. Touchdown! The Raiders finish off their opening drive. It's a Kyler Murray touchdown! Point after by Mevis is good. And the Raiders start off well to tie things 7-7. Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. Returnable from the 2. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down.
1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Packers getting set here. 1st and 10. Driving forward, it's Scatterboo. And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on 2nd down after that drive starts with a very minimal gain.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8.
52 blue, red, yellow. Cut.
Love from the gun. That's reeled in by Jayden Reed. And he crosses the sideline a yard or two beyond, looks like the 30. That's a pickup of 9. And that's good for a Green Bay 1st down. New set of downs for him from the 31. Love with it on 1st down. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
And the stop is made just before he's able to reach that midfield strike. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
If they get a handful of these types of plays per game, the pass game coordinator is going to be one happy camper.
The ball's on the 48. Here we go. 1st down.
Here we go. Ready.
The first carry now for Jonathan Brooks. Breaks free in the center of the field. And he's down to almost... No, they're actually going to give him the 30 here. It's a gain of 22. And it'll give the Packers the 1st.
I can assure you of one thing. That carry just brought some extra work in the opening quarter. You couldn't script that run any better.
Let's set.
Quick throw out wide by Love. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. That's 16 on the pickup. And that's good for a Green Bay 1st down.
The analytics will tell you a handful of these kind of plays per game, and your odds per drive of scoring go way up.
Coming to the line for another 1st and 10.
Let's go now. Cut.
Working inside the red zone. They'll just throw it away, but here comes the flag. There was nobody in the neighborhood of that one. Well, I've always wanted to ask this, so this feels like the perfect moment, Brock. Is there ever a time where a quarterback feels intentional grounding is actually worth it?
No. I don't think so. Not for your team, not for your play caller, not for your coach, not for the game situation. There really isn't a time. You've got to find an outlet, somewhere to throw that ball away safely.
Ready. Red, 38. Ready, go.
Love out of the shotgun. And he will have them a Green Bay touchdown. The Packers break the tie here in the 1st. Well, they definitely wanted to get that one out quick, Brock. They did just that, and it ends in 6.
We hear it all the time, but it is so true, Kate. This is a game about matchups. And when you see a throw that quick, it really was determined pre-snap. It was great design and tremendous execution.
Narveson has it all set up for the kickoff. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10. Now Murray on the play fake. Fits it through the middle. And they had somebody there for that quick stop, but a nice completion gets him across midfield. One play in, Brock, and this drive is already in enemy territory.
First down.
They're going play action. It's Murray. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Well, no luck on his first look of the game, and it's going to be 2nd down.
Big ace. 2.
Out of the gun, here's Murray. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Murray on third down. And he brings this one in, but does so out of bounds. That throw just took him too close to the boundary. We've got fourth down. Now the Raiders readying for the punt, and they'll turn to former All-Pro A.J. Cole for the kick. Only needed once last week in the win, and he matches that total here. That's taken on the 7. They found some space to do a little damage there before they bottle him up.
At their own 18-yard line.
Green Bay offense to the line now. 1st and 10.
Set, ready. Block 40. Set.
To the air with Love. Short pass caught by his tight end. And he'll have it up to about the 23-yard line on the play.
That's not a big completion on a stat sheet, but that's a big contested, what I call gritty catch right there. And that's what the best tight ends will get you.
He'll work against the blitz. Rolling to his right. Space past the 35. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop him. Big gainer here as he picks up 20. And it'll give the Packers the first. So before they get the snap away, we reach the end of the first quarter. The Packers on top early. We'll return to Allegiant Stadium right after this. Time for our second quarter. It'll be Packer football to begin. They've got 1st and 10 here, looking to add to their lead. Short pass brought in. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on the throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
Ready.
It's Scannaboo on 2nd down. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain. So, Brock, that means 3rd down coming up. Now, the extra blocking sure didn't spring that run the way they hoped it would, Brock.
In the old West Coast system, you call 12 personnel, 2 tight ends, Tiger. Tiger package comes on the field. That was a whole lot more like a kitty cat effort there.
Drive in dire straits. It's 3rd and 9.
Right, 60. Let's go now. Yellow, 22, black, ultra. Hut, hut.
3rd and long for him here. That's the 1st down, and he's still going. And they're going to keep moving forward, Brock, down inside the opposing 30. He picks up 28 on the play. And that's good for a Green Bay 1st down.
They've run this 12-yard out route cadence combine, well, all the way back to last century when I had to throw it. In this throw, this is a big boy throw. This is a differentiator. Can you make that deep out throw on time, on rhythm, and accurately? Well, that was teaching tape right there.
12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the 1st.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route to Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
On 1st and 10, here's Love. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Green Bay. The Packers take a 13-point lead. Extra point try now from Lutz. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Packers double their lead to 14. Narveson has it all set up for the kickoff. Okay, well, that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10. First play is going to be a give to Jency. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
I know that may look like a whole lot of nothing burger on the stat sheet, but those are the kind of plays, that inside run, that you see creative play action come off of later in the game.
Operating from the gun, here's Murray. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. The big play nets him 17 yards. And that's a Vegas 1st down.
And the Raider first down.
Coming left is Genty. This time they've got him. He can't break another tackle. He will go down behind the line. And it's not just you quarterbacks, Brock, here who gotta have short memories. You tell me this too, defenses need them sometime as well.
Yeah, 100%. You give up a big run, well, too bad. No time to dwell on it because you got to line up, buckle up that chin strap, and try to knock him backwards.
And a bit of deja vu as they stop him at the line once again.
No gain on the play.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
Let's see what they went with on third down.
Hey, Ace!
Here he goes, third and long. Escapes out to the left. He finds Pickens left side. And they're on him to send him out right before he gets to that 30-yard line. Well, 3rd and 15, you don't see many of those picked up, partner, but they found a way. 1st and 10 from the 32.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Now Kyler. This is Cox. That's Bowers working downfield. And he's going to take this down to the 11-yard line. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down.
That's another Raiders first down. 1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Back to the air, Murray. And someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Entering Cooper takes it away. Inside the red zone, they could feel how tight they were to the goal line. And then bam, Brock, they're off the field after a clutch interception.
I tell you what, football's the ultimate team game, but this is a situation where an individual picks up all 10 of his guys out there on the field. Somebody else is going to pick up the tab at dinner tonight for him.
He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. Goes to the hurry up here.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Scatterboo now from the gun. And this winds up being an excellent play for him from deep in their own territory, up approaching that 30-yard line. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great block in the spring of guys hitting blocks downfield and a back who can show off his wheels.
Love now on 1st and 10. Escapes the pocket. Wow, his first real mistake. That's intercepted. Picked off by Darian Porter. And he's going to score on the pick six. Touchdown, Las Vegas.
Harrison with us on
But we all know getting the interception is the important thing, Brock. But how about this guy having the wherewithal to transition into a really nice return to then get the touchdown out of it, too?
Yeah, that's a great point. We talk about it with receivers, right? Getting vertical right away after making a catch. Same thing for these defenders when they make a pick. They secure the football, sure, but instantly they go back to their offensive days. They want that touchdown, and they want a moment they won't forget.
Ready, set.
A nice starting spot for the Packers here. This is 1st and 10.
Here we go. Ready.
Love back to it after the pick. Completes it to his running back. Here's Jonathan Brooks. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down.
30-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 38-yard line.
Will green. Set.
Shotgun now for Love. Looking slant round, complete. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. The Packers take their first time out. And they can take a moment to try to build more momentum after getting the first. 1st and 10 now from the 46.
Red. Cycle. Claws red. Let's set.
Throwing, it's Love. That's Reed on the slant. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. Offense up to the line fast.
3-3.
That's another Packers first down.
Once more, it's Love. Taking a chance to the end zone. And he's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. The Packers grow their lead just before halftime. Jaden Reed, the touchdown.
The kick is
That
good.
one splits the uprights. And the Packers double their lead to 14. Narveson has it all set up for the kickoff. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Did not make an effort to even hit the landing zone, Brock, so they're going to gift him a drive starting at the 35. A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10.
Hey, 2-2.
Shaking off the pit quickly. He's going to throw. That's complete to Bowers outright. And he'll be out of bounds right along the 40.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
From the gun, it's Murray. Into the hands of Pickett. And he's going to be driven out of bounds. The gain gets this down inside the 35.
It's a gain of 25 yards.
So they'll head up here 1st and 10 from the 34.
First down.
Straight ahead with Genty. And he drives that front backward on a gain of 4.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get gains like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
Hits his running back. And he takes this one nearly to the red zone before going out. A 6-yard gain on the play. And the Raiders are going to have a first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 20.
Here's Murray. Caught. Trey Tucker makes the play. And they're going to get this down to the 4 before being stopped. They get 19, and now they're going to have 1st and goal. Raiders moving quickly, trying to get set as the clock continues to run.
1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
Genty will not get past the line. He's held up at the 4.
You know, Kate, these are the situations in training camp that I love more than anything to watch. You learn so much about a football team in these goal-to-go situations. You know you got to protect that goal line, and the defense, well, they did the job on 1st down. More to come.
Second chance at 6 here. It's 2nd and goal.
Easy. 1-1. Hey, over.
Out of the gun, here's Murray. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Las Vegas. The Raiders make it a 1-score game before halftime. Nevis with a point after. And the Raiders chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a 1-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. And he just sends this out and over the end zone, so no threat of a return. They're going to spot the ball up at the 35 to begin this drive. Only 17 seconds left for him as they begin this drive.
Red, yellow. Here we go, set. 50, green. Ready.
First down throw, here's Love. As his target, that's Savion Williams. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. Now timeout taken by Green Bay. That's it 2nd. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half.
Boy, they sure found the right route at the right time to hit the soft spot in that coverage. And that slant, it goes for big yardage.
Let's go. 33, yellow. Field, black. Set, huh?
Love out of the shotgun. And they'll get him down after he gets into the 48. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken. Here comes the final play of our first half.
Ready. Set.
Throwing here just before halftime. Kraft has it. And their next snap is coming from that red zone as he reaches the 14. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this. The first half controlled by the offenses, Brock. Let's see if the defenses can take over in the second half. We're underway. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10. They're going play action. It's Murray. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And after one play, this drive might already be in trouble. That's going to push him back for 2nd down.
At the 27-yard line.
Murray setting up to throw. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. There he goes. Pick 6. Touchdown, Green Bay. You get a pick 6. You get a pick 6. These defenses, Brock, wow, they have competed. Seeing who ends up with the best highlight of the game, huh?
Highlight? You're going to call a pick 6 a multiple highlight, Kate?
No, even if it's your defense doing it, come on, B-Rock.
No highlight for a quarterback.
And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10. Giving this to Jesse. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. Their dominance against this ground game rolls on, Brock. Add another stop to what's going to be some real nice film for them to watch.
How many times you think in your lifetime, Kate, you've heard from a defensive coordinator, job number 1 is?
Stop the run.
And they've been doing it.
And he's going to take this down to the opposing 44. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains. Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Green. 2-2.
Murray here on 1st down. Finds Genty underneath. And he's taken down at the 30. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the 1st.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
And he's going to get this down to the 9. That puts him in goal to go.
To me, now is the time to step on the gas, and you see this more and more in today's game, and it's the right move. Get that explosive run, get right back to the line of scrimmage, and don't let this defense breathe.
9-yard line.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And he will haul it in for the Vegas touchdown. The Raiders shrinking the lead some in the 3rd. Point after by Mevis is good. And the Raiders chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. And this one bounces into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback out to the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
First call here coming from the shotgun.
Set, hut. Black, ready.
Love from the gun. Pulled in by his back, Scatterboot. And he has it right near midfield here. Looks like about a yard short. That's a 29-yard gain. And it'll give the Packers the 1st.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
50, green, grill, green. Ready.
Thrown on 1st down, Love. Escapes the pocket. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down.
Kate, I got to believe he harkened back to that earlier pick and thought the better of making another. Getting outside the pocket, he was either going to try to run for it, had nowhere to go, so he simply threw it away.
2nd down, still 10 to go after that incomplete pass. On the handoff, here's Scatterboot. Well, that's not what the offense styled up. They stick him for a loss. It's going to be 3rd down.
I'm going to guess at some point, whether it's in the huddle or over there on the bench on the sidelines after this drive, QB is going to go apologize to that running back. He just ran him into one heck of a negative play.
45, white, black ultra. Ready?
Throwing his Love on 3rd. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And a couple of really good plays, Brock, made back-to-back behind the line to bring up fourth down. The Packers send out their punting unit. And this just gets past the 20 before going out.
At their own 19-yard line.
Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Here's Murray. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll be brought down along the 25-yard line.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You know, coach gets in that QB's headset, probably told his offense and his QB, listen, I don't want to see a 3rd down on this possession. Or something kind of like that. Whatever version he told him, it worked.
Here's Murray, 1st and 10. Brought in by his back here. It's Genty. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. Give him an 18-yard pickup there. And that's a Vegas 1st down.
Something out of nothing, Kate. That may as well be listed on his resume because he's so good at it. Caught that one near the line, and after that, it was all him. Turning a modest pass into far more than a modest gain.
And he gets it forward, is still about a yard out of that. In for the tackle, that's Lucas Van Ness. Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. Now Kyler. Completed over the middle. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. Give him 13 on that play. And the Raiders are going to have a 1st down.
That's another Las Vegas 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 30.
Give up the guts. It's Genty. A lot of traffic up the middle there, and his bounce outside nabs him 7. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Last run got him 7. Here comes 2nd and 3. Another give here to Genty. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
A touchdown aside in that frame as we run out of time in the 3rd quarter. It's Raiders football, and they'll need to get to work. They're trailing here late. Here comes play number 8 of the drive, 3rd and 1. Kyler with a chance to run it here. And he's brought down after a tremendous effort just to get a couple of yards. 3 yards there and enough to move the chains.
Some tough running from the leader of the offense right there. Didn't have a ton of room, but he made it work well enough to move those chains.
On 1st and 10, it's Murray. It's a screen play to Genty. And he gets this forward to the 19.
As an offense, you don't call a screen, Kate, expecting to gain just a few yards. You call it expecting to break out something big and substantial. But it's up to that defense to stay ahead of it, to keep it contained to something much smaller. Case in point right there.
This is Genty on 2nd. And it's another 1st down on this drive. Man, this time they're into 1st and goal.
This dude was just not going to be stopped. Not by the first defender. Heck, not even by the 2nd one who was able to bring him down. No, it took a few shots before this crew could finally get this piece down.
1st down, and they go right back to it. Well, so much for finishing things off. Ground, huh? He is stopped at the line. They're going to have to regroup now on 2nd and goal.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Again, here's Dempsey. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. They managed 3 yards on the carry, which sets him up with 3rd and goal at the 5.
Okay, this is going to be a fascinating call because defensively, you've stopped the run twice now, and I think you believe on that side, well, they got to put it in the air. But this is also where the offense could say, we got 2 more shots. Let's continue to pound the football. Can't wait to watch this one.
Murray, 3rd and goal. On the move, hit it right. And it's incomplete on 3rd and goal.
That may not look like much, and on tomorrow's grade sheet, it'll just be an S for satisfactory, but that's a good decision. Nowhere to go with the ball, but don't put it in harm's way.
Big moment for Harrison Mevis here. Kicked well, and this is good! And that brings things a little closer here late.
Such a perfect example of a kicker just doing his job. And now it's incumbent upon that defense to give him and their offense another shot.
And that one hit the landing zone first and then into the end zone. So it's going to be a touchback out to the 20. Packers getting set here. 1st and 10.
Down. Set.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Tough one to retain through that hit. So 2nd down coming up.
No surprise to see the quarterback go back to that well. That security blanket that's been his tight end all game long. But finally, this defense has an answer.
So at the 20, here's 2nd and 10.
Black shot. Here we go. Ready?
Back to the air. Love. That's complete to Reed, out left. And he's going to have this out near the 40, just a little bit short of it. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
Let's go. Yellow, 22. Green jack. Set.
Love with it on 1st down. And he let his man just a little too much there. That's an incomplete pass.
You know, in the NFL, offensive-minded teams will call it a perfect Friday. They don't want the ball to hit the ground once. And especially on these short to intermediate throws, you got to count on those being efficient and effective.
So it's 2nd and 10 now. Ball still at that 39-yard line.
6, ready. Red, 38. Blaster, 6. Red, cycle. Hut, hut.
Once more, it's Love. That's incomplete left side.
Okay, this quarterback gets out of the pocket, genuinely a coin toss, whether he's going to keep it with his legs or put it in the air. Sigh of relief there defensively as that ball falls incomplete.
So after that prior incompletion, it's 3rd down.
Set. Black, 95. Blue striker. Set.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. He's got his man. This is Kraft. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. That's going to go as a gain of 13 yards. And that's good for a Green Bay 1st down.
Okay, when you watch the combine, you'll watch guys try to make this throw. And without chemistry, it's so hard to execute. That was picture perfect. That's a QB and receiver on the same page because that deep out to the field, that takes just a different level of connectedness.
And that one goes for a gain of 11. And it'll give the Packers the 1st.
I think anytime these offensive coordinators in the NFL call a run play, they're just hoping for something positive. To get a 1st down, that's a bonus.
Ready, ready. Trouble, 38. Set, hut.
On 1st and 10, here's Love. Short pass brought in. And he's short of the 1st after a mild gain.
I'm not going to lie. I know they got a completion, and completions, you never turn them down. But to make that throw for those yards in the double coverage, there's way too much risk for that reward.
Okay, right.
2nd and 6 coming up here.
Here we go, set. Ready.
Shotgun now for Love. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete. Well, he already has himself one interception in his game, partner, and throws like that are going to find him another if he isn't careful.
Yep, those are the throws you want to intersperse, kind of sprinkle into your passing game. Because if they become the norm and you're constantly thrown into coverage, that's when one pick becomes two, two becomes three, and on and on.
Ready.
He'll throw it. Pass brought in by Watson. And he'll get it down to the 24-yard line. Give him 9 on that play, and it's enough for the first.
As a quarterback, when you throw that curl route, you know it's a tight window, Kate. But the minute that DB turns and can't react to the throw, you put it right on your receiver's numbers. He comes back and gets it and moves the sticks.
So a new set of downs. Here we go, 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Running with Scannaboo. And that's a key stop defensively, Brock. Gonna need more of those as they trail by a score. The presence of those tight ends works both ways, Brock. You know this. Gives them more blockers up front, but it also clues the defense in to be ready for that run.
Yeah, you could put 7 blockers up there, even put 8, I don't know, 9. All the blockers in the world, but if they don't work in concert together to create a lane, it doesn't matter.
We're down to the 2-minute warning here in Vegas. Packers up by 4.
Okay, ready?
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now.
Down. Black 40. Black Ultra. Cut.
To the air with Love. Pass cut by Brooks. And he'll go down here at the 16. So quickly the defense burns a timeout here. 1:57 remaining in the game. Raiders with an extra DB out there. 3rd down.
Let's go.
He'll look to throw it. Got his man. It's Golden. And he's going to be dropped with a big hit at the end of that. But the effort still sets him up with a 1st and goal. Now whistles and a timeout taken quickly by the defense. 1:50 left to go.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted them on a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after it.
And he pushed for it, but they managed to stop him at the 2. Now the Raiders using the last of their timeouts. Ball at the 2 here for 2nd and goal.
Here we go. Set, go.
He gets it again. And this is headed the wrong way. He's closed in on for a loss.
That's twice now where runs have not gotten them into the end zone, but you kind of set yourself up. Actually, you set yourself up really well for a little play action right here.
Big play coming up here as everyone gets set for 3rd and goal.
Ready. 45. Set.
Here is Scannaboo. And he pushed for it, but they managed to stop him at the 2. A gain of 2, and after back-to-back runs fail, it's 4th and goal.
These are the moments, and these are the kind of calls, Kate, that this offensive coordinator makes his money. You just get, well, you get stuffed on a run, and now you got 4th and goal. What are you gonna do?
Tracking for it, and it's good! And they're going to grow their lead late, but still a 1-score ball game.
Kate, it's 3 more on the scoreboard, but both sides really know it's all about one possession here in the 4th quarter when it really matters.
And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10. Here he is to throw. And they got there in time. He's taken down. Raiders moving quickly, trying to get set as the clock continues to run. Setting up to pass. Why not go back to it again if it's working? Complete. And a good pick up a 9 there before it gets out of bounds to stop the clock.
Brings up 3rd and 10.
This drive in jeopardy. Here's a 3rd and 10. Throwing now. To the sideline it goes. He makes the play. Pass caught. Both feet are down. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Back to throw. Throwing left side, Bowers has it. And he's going to be hit, sent out after about a gain of 1, maybe 2 yards there.
Well, that's a modest little drag route, but if you ever just need a safe, short gain on a throw, that's a go-to route to target.
8 yards to go, and let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Here he goes, one final shot. Need this to force overtime. And this will not be caught, so their last chance heave to the end zone ends up on the ground. This game's over. So it's the visiting Packers who pick up the win. And as we play in October, they have kept their perfect start to the season going. To the point, Brock, I think you could argue they might be the league's best